Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So after a long time we are back on this channel covering up a really different video because we are coming up after a long time. That is why I think that we should be covering really different video from the other video which we have uploaded on this channel already. So in this video we will be learning about C++, not data structure algorithm, not tutorial or not any project in C++, because in this video we will be covering up a short tutorial in C++, like you can say a 10-minute tutorial on C++. We'll be seeing basics to advanced, what are the things important for beginner if they are starting C++ or if they want to learn C++ in like short time, so how they can learn and what are the things important in that. Text editor we'll be seeing what we can use, how to install C++, how to download, and what are the things important in C++. All the things I'll be telling you about C++ in this short video, and I hope you'll be enjoying this video from start. So if you enjoy this video and if you understand this video of C++ short tutorial, so remember to hit a like, and if you're new on the channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my future videos which I will be uploading on this channel. So now what we are waiting for, let's get started with this amazing C++ short tutorial from start. But don't forget to share this video with your friends and family members as well so they can also learn about these amazing things which we are covering on this channel. Now let's get started. So now we are on the computer screen, like I've told you in the start, like we will be just covering up a amazing tutorial video of C++ in this video. So now first of all we'll be moving on to the Google, and now we'll be seeing that like how we can download C++ in our operating system. Basically we don't have to download C++ separately in our operating system. You just have to download a text editor where you can use C++, like when we are working with Python, so we have to download Python. But in C++ you don't have to download C++ separately. You can download any text editor which is separately made it for C++, and you can use that to work on C++. Like there are many text editor you can use. Like for C++, I think best is dev C++, and I think you should also install this dev C++ text editor in your operating system so you can start working with C++. Not only C++, you can also use C in that, and different other languages like C#, HTML, CSS, like these all languages plus programming and coding, you can use that in this text editor. Now we will be installing this text editor, but I will be not using this text editor in this video. You can use it if you want, because I think for C++ this editor is best to use. But I've already installed VS Code which I will be using, and if you also want to download VS Code, so you can just move on to the Google and you can write here VS Code, and the first link will be coming off the VS Code, so you can install this Visual Studio Code in your Windows operating system, or in Mac or Linux where you are working. You can install in any operating system you want to. After downloading this VS Code, you just have to move on to your VS Code now from here, and after moving on VS Code, you can also use dev C++. You can install the extension of that. You can move on to the extension and you can write here dev C++ to install the extensions of C++. Here you can just see we are getting the extension pack. I've already installed this extension because when you are working with C++, so these extensions are really important to install so we can work with C++ separately and easily. And if I move on to the theme, you can also download the theme of dev C++ if you want to, or if you're already using dev C++ after downloading, so you don't have to download the theme. You can normally work with it simply like you want to. And after downloading this extension pack of C++, just move on to your file, and here we have to create a C++ file. And now this is really important thing, like we have to see how we can create a file of C++. So you can start working with C++ normally in online text editor as well, like Replit and many others available, like Jupyter Notebook as well. You can use that for C++, but I prefer you to use the text editor which you have already installed in your operating system, like VS Code or dev C++. So now we'll be giving the file name here of this C++ file, which will be as tutorial. And for saving the file in C++ format, you have to write .cpp. Because if we want to save the file in C++, so we have to write .cpp in the end to save the file in C++ format. I'll be selecting desktop from here, and I'll be saving this file by pressing this create file button. You can just see we have pressed this create file button, and on desktop we have saved the file as tutorial.cpp, which means tutorial.c++, and you can also see we are getting a small logo of C++ at the top, and I hope this indicates that you have save the file in C++ format. So now we will be importing some of the things which are really important in C++, like we will be including one IO stream function, and for including the IOStream we have to write hashtag here. And now we have written hashtag, and now in this hashtag I'll be writing IOStream like this. So you can just see now we have written include IOStream, and after that we can just use some other tag as well, like include again. And now in this include I will be writing conio.h, like you can use like this. And you can just see these are the main functions which you can use in C++ here. And now after doing that, simply you can move down and you can start creating a main body here. And in this body function you can work with input, and in the input value you can start working with all the body functions which you want to use in C++. Like if I move on to the file and if I just open any file here from like my desktop, if you search any of the C++ file, you will be getting here many files which I've already created of C++. Like if I open this file, so in this file you can just see we have used include studio.h. But why we have used include studio.h here if we are using in start this include IOStream? So basically the purpose of this include IOStream is that it, like you can say, this IOStream help us to complete copy all the data which we are using in C++. Like if you're using a different data in C++, so this IOStream help us to copy that data from the other file to this file in which we are using C++. And same thing goes for conio.h. It also helps us to copy the data but in a different way. Like if you're using with hashtag, like if you're using this conio.h with hashtag include, so it helps us to copy the data in a different way. But if you're not using this conio.h as a value in start, like as this with this include hashtag, so this conio.h help us to import the data from other files. Like it will not copy the data, it will import the data if you are not using this conio.h with this include hashtag. So this is the difference between them. But if we are using this all things here, so it will be using in a different way. Now same thing goes for another file. If I open in my desktop, like from my desktop, if I open another file of C++ here, so you will be getting a different thing on that file here as well. Like if I move at the top, and like you will be getting the other things on that file as well. So we can just move on to the local disk E here, and from there as well you can just see the file of C++ which we are getting, because already I have worked on C++ and we are getting many files which we have created. So you can use a different file here as well. Like we have created the files in Python and C++, so you can use different things here. So now if I move down, or you can say at the top, so here you will be seeing .cpp. You can write to check the file which is saved in the C++ format, or you can also save the file in normally the desktop format like you want to do. Like we have downloaded this dev.cpp. So this is the dev.c++ IDE which you can use to create this all things. Now if I move on to the desktop and if I close this, so you can just see this is the C file which we have created, and in this C file we are getting a include studio.h. But why we are getting this include studio.h? And the meaning is that this include studio.h we have to use in C++ as well, but not in the same way like we are using this IOStream in C++, because we use IOStream here. So that is why we have to use a different thing here as well. Now if I want to write the starting code as hashtag include IOStream, and if you press tab and then if I write here IOStream again, so you will be seeing that we are getting a IOStream in a different way here. And now if I write here hashtag include IOStream, so you can just see the error we are getting is now gone here, because now the error which we were just facing was of different thing. Like if I use their ACC control, so you will be getting the ACC control here. But now if I use in the place of input as a value, so the value can be of main body as well, and the value can be of input value as well. So these are the things which you can use. But just the difference is that if you are using these all values in C++, then what's the purpose to use this IOStream if we are getting the things imported already in C++? So why we are using this IOStream here? So the reason is that this helps us to import data from the other files but in a different way, like goes for conio.h as well, which we were using. So that is why we use C++ from start, and to create any project if we want to use C++, so we use there. And if I move on to the Google here again, so here you can just write, if I write here C++, like you can say starting code or starting syntax, so you can just move on any site you want to. And here you will be seeing that you will be getting include IOStream using namespace std, and these are the first program which we can write in C++. And if I move on to the C++ and write this first program here, so you will be seeing that this first program is totally same as we were using. But now the thing is that the difference is that this hashtag include and this IOStream which we were using is same, but IOStream we are using it with a space because we don't want to import any data from the other file. If we are using it as a project, means if we are using this IOStream to create any project, so that way we have to use IOStream with not any space so that it can import the data from other file. And now we are using it with namespace std, so this hello world program will be printed on our terminal. If I run this code by pressing this run code or Control Alt N, so it will be running on my terminal, and you can just see we will be getting a starting code running as hello world. So you can just see now we are getting a starting code as hello world. Not compulsory to write only hello world in that. You can also write here like my name is inshalbaig like this, and then you can run it again, and after running just wait to run it on terminal, and you can just see now we are getting the same syntax as my name is inshalbaig printed with this count. And remember, when we have printed, so we have used count function in that, because count function is really important to print any data, or you can say print any string value in our terminal, and that is why we are using this string value with any quotes you can say. But we don't use parentheses in C++ because it's already import the data through this IOStream. Then we don't have to use parentheses like we use in Python and C. So we don't have to use parentheses in C++. So now we will be returning the value as 0, and that is why in the end we have written the return value 0, which is really important to write in C++ if you are working with that. So that is why we have written the value as 0. Now you can just see these are the starting codes of C++, and I hope you understand that how to install C++, how to download C++, what are the things important in IOStream, how to use IOStream function, what is conio.h, and what are the starting codes of C++ from start. So I hope you understand this amazing video of C++, and I hope you enjoy this video as well. In this video I've just given you the short tutorial of C++ in which we have covered up the things basic to advanced, but in a short way, and I hope you understand that. But also comment me down like if you want to see a big video of C++, like a really big tutorial of C++, I can also cover up that as well with all the things detailed explained in only one video, which will be really helpful for you, and I hope you will be enjoying that video as well. So just moving on to this video, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have enjoyed this video and if you understand this amazing project or this amazing videos, remember to hit a like to this video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can just see my all the coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel using different languages or using the same C++ languages as well. So just what we are waiting for, I'll be meeting you next project with more amazing things and more amazing tutorials using these all programming languages. So for today, goodbye.